Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. This year is Iyun sponsored by Ben Seal Lang. He sponsored it. Whatever money I have in my wallet, I'm keeping it. Okay, so we have two Mishnayos up here, Perek Dalet, Mishnah Aleph, Mishnah Beis. I want to talk about Mishnah Beis, which talks about halacha, which the Gemara in Beitza at the beginning of the fifth parak, or the end of the fourth parak, talks about Daf Lamed Hey or Lamed Dalet. Let's say you have children that take and they hide some figs before Shabbos. You don't know where the figs are. Now you didn't bring it to your house, and they weren't processed yet. So there's no reason it should be Tevel. It should be Chayv and Maasros Midaraisa. And then what happens? Shabbos comes, and then you find the Teinim after Shabbos. So the halacha is Shabbos is Koveya. The fact that Shabbos passed over these Teinim. Now, if they weren't picked yet, right? It seems dafka that they were hidden, right? If you pick some figs, right, it takes time to process them. You'll probably leave them out in the field over Shabbos. I don't know if that is Koveya or Shabbos. Here we're talking about Tamnu Te'inim LaShabbos, where they actually took the Te'inim and they hid them for Shabbos, meaning they planned on eating these Te'inim on Shabbos. That's what the thing, and that's from the next line of the Mishnah, Kakal Shabbos, right, a basket that you fill up with fruits and vegetables that you want to eat on Shabbos. Right, even before Shabbos, Beis Hillel says it's already Tevel. Beis Shammai says it's not. But even Beis Shammai is more to the first clause in the Mishnah that once Shabbos passes over it, if you're mayachet something for eating on Shabbos, even though you didn't do it, the Tinokos did, the young children did, that's okay. It's already Chayav and Shumas and Maasros on Motzei Shabbos. You can't snack from it anymore on Motzei Shabbos. Why is that? So the reason is the Gemara explains, either the Gemara or Rashi explains in Mesachas Beitza, the Karasa Shabbos Oneg, right? Shabbos is called an Oneg. What does that mean? So Rashi, I think, says about Neshama Yisera, Mesachas Tainus. I remember hearing this from some guy in YU. He was like one of these guys that everyone looked up to. He was like a couple years older than me. I was like 18 or 19. He was like 20 or 21. He had gone to Yeshivas HaKotel for 2 years. I think it was before Torah Shraga separated from it. Torah Shraga. No. Not Torah Shraga. It was another yeshiva. HaKotel. What was it? Break off yeshiva? I don't know. I forgot what it's called. Nesiva Torah? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, he went to this yeshiva for a couple of years. He became very frum. I looked up to him a lot. I remember one time, maybe it was Friday night or something like that, he was talking about this Rashi that said that the pshat in Neshama Yisera, what does Neshama Yisera mean? The Gemara says you have Neshama Yisera on Shabbos. The whole purpose of Neshama Yisera is that you have more room in your stomach to eat food. That's what he said the explanation is. So based on that, I'd like to suggest over here that on Shabbos you have Neshama Yisera. So the whole idea is when I prepare something for a meal, right, that's considered processing, and that's like getting it ready for a meal. So here also on Shabbos, even though Teinim or something you normally snack from, if you designate them for Shabbos, right, for Shabbos, it's not enough one fig. You're going to have 5 figs, 10 figs. You're going to fill yourself up. You have more room. You have in the Neshama Yisera. You want to eat more on Shabbos. So therefore on Shabbos, once I designate something for Shabbos, even the kids did it, right? They designated it for Shabbos. So if potentially I would have found it on Shabbos, I wouldn't just snack from it. I would eat a meal out of it. I would eat a lot of figs. So therefore on Shabbos I have more room to eat. So therefore everything is like a meal on Shabbos. There's no achilas ara, there's no snacking on Shabbos. Even though a lot of people think you snack on Shabbos, but like I mentioned before, this yeshiva of mine that I used to be in for many years, they used to have on Shabbos afternoon, they had a whole setup, a whole platter of cakes, different types of cakes. I don't know who cooked them. The Rebbetzin cooked them, or different wives of the Avreichim cooked them, baked them, whatever. They had a lot of different types of cakes. And when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s, I was in the yeshiva. I was in a different place then. I never went down and ate cake because I didn't want to have any taivas in my life. I didn't want to have any extra desires. Even on Shabbos, I wouldn't allow myself to do it. I think one time I came down and had something, and people were shocked. The big Masman, Ben Seal Lang, he was actually snacking on Shabbos. He had 1 or 2 pieces of cake. But then later on, I came back to the yeshiva. The yeshiva relocated to Beitar, and I wasn't as from then, so I used to come down. I used to snack. The problem was, I remember when I was younger, the cake tasted pretty good, but when I was older, I'm like sitting there. Literally, I would sit there for like 20 minutes, a half an hour, just eating cake, keep on eating pieces of cake. And I did that also. There was a watermelon there. I don't know if I ate all cake, but I don't know, the cake just didn't taste good. I don't know. I don't remember. When I was younger, I remember, wow, the cake tasted amazing, amazing, amazing. And I was older and I sat down, like I'm saying, on Shabbos, you don't just have one piece of cake, you have 10 pieces of cake. Now, so I buy these girlish rugelach also on Shabbos. I wake up from my nap Shabbos afternoon, I eat like 10 rugelach. One day a week are you going to eat 10 rugelach? On Shabbos, there's no snacking. Everything turns into a meal. So you have a meal of rugelach. That's because on Shabbos you have cholent during the afternoon. What's better, rugelach or cholent? I think rugelach are better than cholent. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.